Profit Making Masterclass. Welcome and good evening again. I want to start with a little bit of background. My name is Andafa. Um, I am the president of the King's Convoy, lead coach of the Jesus Lovers Club. Now, this particular class is focused on profit making, okay? The year 2025 is coming, and what the few things we're going to cover in this class is that's going to help you make money in the coming year. This class, one thing is certain. We need to make money. This thing I'm saying, I know, of course, we need to make money. We've always needed to make money. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying here is that we have a mandate. 2025 is that year where your financial life must be given priority. And this class is to give you a guide, the right way to go about it in the coming year, 2025. So I'm going to go through my notes so I don't skip, and then at the end, we'll be able to cover a lot of things in the Q&A. So the first thing I want to deal with in this class is two concepts. The first is vision. Vision is what you want to achieve, okay? It's a picture in your head. It's what you want to achieve at any point in time. But there's what we call the vision. There are some things that you want to do them, and yet it's not really because of the money. Anything you do, as long as it's useful to human beings, is going to produce money. But yet, it's not everything we do that is for money. Sometimes the motivation is just not financial. And then, in your lifetime, there's going to be some things that you want to achieve. You may decide that, you know what, I want to own a shoe manufacturing company in Nigeria. Now, that's a vision. Are you with me? That's a vision because it's a picture of a desired future. Are you with me? It's a picture of a desired future. That's a vision. The other concept I want to introduce to you is provision. As you can see, it is provision. Provision is your plan or efforts to execute vision. It's the resources that is required, not just resource in terms of money, but also time and everything that is required to execute the vision. All right? In other words, wherever you have vision, there must of necessity be provision. Now, why am I introducing these two concepts? It's so that already from the beginning, I need you to separate from your mind that this class is not about executing vision. This class is about executing provision. It's about provision. Because there are going to be some things I'm teaching here that are not applicable to vision. This is how the money that I will use to execute the vision, my financial life. Because you're going to have some things, let's say, oh, I want to take care of the motherless children. All those are nice ideas. They are going to just stay dead if you don't have money. So this class is about provision. This is going to be important because some of you, in the course of this class, will need to put your vision aside so we can talk about provision. Now, the fact that we're talking about money brings us to two things. There is what I call today's money. Today's money is the money you need to survive, to take care of day-to-day necessities of life. That's today's money. Whereas tomorrow's money is your plan to have money when you are no longer working. I usually say this: anything you do to make money, there's going to come a time where you can no longer do it. Hello? Whatever you do to make money, there will be a time where you can no longer do it. Because of that, you must approach making money two ways. One, you want to make money today. You need to take care of yourself today. Two, you need to build wealth. So we call the first one making money. We call the second one building wealth. Making money must be fast. Making money is short term. Making money is for today. Building wealth is long term. Building wealth is for tomorrow. Is that okay? Now, this class, again, is focused on making money. This is not building wealth class. This is making money class. All right, so the audio is clear. Thank you. Now, when we talk about making money, we have to talk about 4 kinds of making money. Now, these 4 kinds of making money can be divided into 2 categories, which is 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. The first 2 is active income, which is money you must do something to make. The second 2 is passive income, money you can make even while you are sleeping. So I'm going to start with passive income because we are not talking about passive income today. Today we are talking about active income. But let me introduce those 2. The first type of passive income is gift income. Gift income, money that somebody dashed you. Okay? Now, on a good day, I'm going to take my time to teach you on that because you must have gift income. The idea of gift income is growing up in a grateful world. There's how you will live your life right, that you grow up to the point that even doing nothing, people come from around the world bringing you gifts and just saying thank you because they run into your materials, they run into your training, you bless their life, you change their life, and so they are grateful. You're traveling, you run into people in the airport and they just want to give you stuff. There's a way to organize your life, and you're going to grow up, and the older you get, the more gifts you will receive. It's called growing up in a grateful world. Now, that's not today's class. The second category of passive income is dividend. It's money you get from ownership. That's the money that makes a person rich. And today, we're not talking about building wealth and becoming rich. Now, let's talk about active income. There are 2 kinds of active income. The first one is job, salary. Now, salary is money you make for time. It's money for time. In other words, you work 7 days, we'll pay you this amount. You work 1 month, we'll pay you this amount. Salary can never make you rich. Salary is not a very reliable way to live. If you have salary and you are paid ₦1 million monthly, and you're paid 100 million naira monthly, it's a lot of money. The problem is that one day your job might be taken away from you. In fact, one day your job will be taken away from you because the companies will always look for someone younger to replace you. The older you get, the less relevant you become in salary. So if your plan for 2025, I'm going to make money in 2025, and your plan is salary, it will be good because you are young. It will be good, maybe because you get a good job and it's paying you well. But you are on a path that does not have, how do I put this? The path is limited. It's like you're living in a small house and you can't stand straight. There's a lead, there's a limit to what you can do. And then the most important and the most dangerous part of salary is your time. Think about it. Give me a figure in the chat box. How much do you suppose we can say realistically a person is earning a month? The first figure, I'll work with the first figure we get. Come on, talk to me. Realistically, you get a good job. You know, how much? Come on, someone in the chat box. Just give me a figure that comes to your mind as a realistic salary for a realistic. Okay, 120K. Why it says 120K? Fine. Now, in this economy, 120K is going to disappear. You will not even know what happened to it. So you will have to be you have to know the liability of salary and be very frugal to be able to take advantage of salary. But today I don't want to talk about salary. So just understand that salary should not be your plan for the coming year. It's a good one. If you have salary, don't quit. All right? Salary is a power bank. You need it. It's a good one if you have it. But it cannot be your financial plan, especially if you plan to grow financially. Now, the fourth one that I want us to talk about is called profit. What is profit? Profit is money you get for exchange. In other words, exchange, all right? I give you this, I get this, and I get money. I give you something, you give me money. I give you something, you give me money. That is all. Everybody can make profit. And not just can. In 2025, I want you to focus on making profit. That is, you're going to make money from the exchange of goods or services. Are you with me? Products or services. So do me a favor, write it there. I want to see you write it in the chat box. It says 2025, I'm going to make profit. I'm going to earn profit. 2025, I'm going to earn profit. I'm going to focus on profit. If you have a job, you can be making profit alongside the job. If you don't have a job and it's the one they dash you, probably you are a student, it's just what parents send to you or something. I want you to start thinking. And this class, I want to teach you how. So it's not just theory. I want to teach you how, okay? So, but the first thing you are going to decide is, I am going to focus on profit in 2025. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Say it. I'm going to make profit. First thing I want to know, how many of you right now, you are doing a business and you are making profit? Can you put it in the chat box so that I will know how to ensure that what I'm saying applies to existing business as well as people who are starting business. So there are two things you exchange, right? Yes, Jeremy, 25 and profit. Two things you exchange for profit. Number one is product, tangible items. Good. Blessing said he's doing business, he's making profit. Good. Number one is product. Number two is services, right? I want to start with service. Whatever you do, you must sell products in 2025. There's going to be serious money to be made from selling products in 2025. Number one, if you render services, there are two categories of rendering services, all right? Number one are people who render services directly, which is maybe you make hair, maybe you cut hair, maybe you make, what else? Services, makeup artists, right? Is there anybody here you are into rendering a service? Like Mrs. Darling said, she's into printing, shoe business. Okay, yeah. Printing press, yeah. I know that Blessing is into sales furniture, right? Education products business. Fine, fine. So the first thing is, if you offer services, in the coming year, you need to work on doing a few things. Number one, you need to think about, and this is a bonus, we'll get into the profit, but you need to think about this. You, as long as you render services directly, you cannot serve more than one person at a time. You are limited to the number of persons you can serve at a time, as long as for the category of those who render services directly. So a few things I want you to think about in the coming year. Number one, how do I upgrade my service to premium so that I only render it for high-paying clients? How can I make more money per cut if I'm cutting hair? I will have to upgrade my services to premium. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, while you are doing that, you need to convert your services to products. Did you get me? You need to convert your service to products. Now, how do you convert your service to products? Let's say you're making it. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm teaching, right? I'm rendering a service. But I'm recording it. So by the time I'm done rendering the service, it has become a product that can be sold as a product. You see the reason why I said in the coming year, you must sell products. So it means that if it's a barbing salon and you decide to create training videos on cutting hair, it means you can take your time to cut someone's hair and put it as a training video on YouTube. What that means is while you are not cutting hair, you can be earning. Otherwise, you will only earn when you cut hair. And then, if you don't raise your cutting hair to premium, you'll be making useless money over time cutting hair, because your needs are going to increase. So you're going to need more money. And so to get more money, you're going to try to cut more hair. And you are using energy and time like salary. So the way to make more money from a service when you're rendering the service directly, I said number one, work towards becoming premium so that you only cut hair for people who can afford you. But as on your way there, convert your service to products. Convert your service to products. And there are many ways to do that, okay? Maybe if that is your concern, note it down so that when we get to the one-on-one Q&A section, we can troubleshoot it a bit. Quickly, the second category of services are those who supply other people's service. And I think that's where Mrs. Darling comes in. She's not doing the printing herself. She's bringing the factors of production together. I know somebody who decorates apartments. She doesn't do the work. She comes in with her team to do the work. They are still rendering service. But for that person, if they're going to raise their profit potential, their capacity to make more money, they're going to find a way to be working in more than one place at the same time without dropping the quality. So these things I'm saying is the training, is generic. It will apply to whom it may concern. But I want you to pay attention to the parts that pertain to you so that in the one-on-one session, if you have any question, we can deal with it. So those are the two parts. Whichever way, if you're rendering services, convert your service to product. Ask yourself, how do I convert what I am doing to something that can be sold? Think about it. Once upon a time, people used to sit down and make hair till they decided to convert it into cap wigs. And then they began to think about how to mass produce the cap wigs so that without sitting down to make hair, people are making money. Think of converting service to products. Now, let's deal with those who sell products. Now, there are two categories of those who sell products. We have those who sell the products that they produce. All right? I make bags. I make meat pie. You get what I mean? You produce the product. Now, of course, you need to find a way to produce more. You may eventually, as the demand rises, employ people. The long-term journey of that is a factory. But as long as you know you can produce it, this is where I talked about vision and provision. Now, if what you're producing, let's say you're making bags, but your vision is a factory one day, it means that you need to put this thing you're doing, this thing you're producing, put it on one lane, put it in one category. It's a long-term venture. Now, for provision, you're going to need to make today's money, because as long as what you want is a factory, it means you need to produce today, you need to standardize the product, you need to get to a point where every time you make it, the product, the output is the same. You need to learn how to produce it through other people. Eventually, you need to get machines to help you produce them faster. But that's on the production end. On the marketing end, there's a lot of work. The only reason people get into that is that they have the wherewithal, they have the passion. Many times it's a long-term journey. So I want you to know that in that sense, that's a vision. But I'm making a serious point in this class. For 2025, you need to invest in provision. You need to identify those things that are long-term and treat them as long-term, and then ask yourself, so what am I going to be doing today? What's going to be the most profitable ventures I can take advantage of today? Now, the other category is where I want all of us to get into, is those who resell products, who sell product, not necessarily because they are the ones that made the product, okay? Those who sell products. What does that mean? It means that it doesn't matter how you make profit. 2025, you need to sell products. Whether it is the product of your service that you converted to a product, right? Or whether it is your own product you are producing, you're going to have to sell products in 2025. And the rest of this class is going to teach you how to go about it, how to approach it. So I have a task for you. Right now, I want you to take a minute. I want you to make a list of 7 products you are going to sell in 2025. Now, depending on who you are, the kind of visions in your heart, the kind of experience you have, whatever it is, all of us will not come up with the same list. Because of time, I will go ahead. But I'm waiting for your list. I'm waiting for the list. 7 products. For example, I see if your mom says she's into education products, right? What are other products you can sell? I'm not talking about, forget about where you're going to get the product to sell. That's not the first thing. But products that you can sell. Or if you feel like, I don't, thank you, furniture, shoes, poultry, birds, men's accessories. You know, I'm looking at that list and I can imagine how they will never cross my mind. We are all different, right? We're all different. Beautiful for now. Awesome. Anybody else? Products you're going to sell. I want to hear from Jeremy. Products you're going to sell. I want to hear from Ifeoma. Think about it. Maybe you have never thought about it, but think about it. If I could just sell products, right? We're just talking, right? It's not yet a decision. You have not done anything with it. We're just talking. If you're just going to sell products, what will it be? Properties, food, education items such as books, board games. Awesome, 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 awesome. Yes, 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 yes. There is money. Have you realized this? That once you wake up in the morning, you start spending money. Once you wake up in the morning, money starts going out. I want you to look at it and realize how easy it is to make money. It's really as simple as profit. Making profit, which is the exchange of money for goods and services. Excuse me. So now we're going to talk about from products to sales. Listen to this. How do you make money? You don't make money by renting stuff. Renting stuff does not generate income. It's actually an expense. And I want you in 2025 to focus on making money. Okay? Think about it. If the focus is just on making money, I want you to come to the simplicity of just making money. Say, I just want to make money. All right? Somebody write that for me. I just want to make money. We're not yet talking about registering CAC. We're not yet talking about entering the foreign market. We're not talking about jargons, okay? We're just talking about make money, which is, in specific terms, make profit. I want to make profit. How do I make profit? Simple. If I take this tab, right? I take this tablet as a product. Think about it, that's all. I could actually go downstairs tomorrow morning, look around, find somebody who will have the kind of money that I want for this and say, I want to sell. Do you know what the person may say? He's going to say yes or no. If he says no, I'm looking for someone else. So in other words, if I get a product and I find somebody who needs the product and I give the product, they give me money, I have made money. Okay? So think about the point of exchange. That's where I am going. The point of exchange. That's where I am going. I just want to exchange this for money. So you see those things you have written down. Don't think about cooking. Don't think about transportation. Don't think about anything first. The things you wrote down simply means you have what it takes to exchange them and collect the money. Okay. Now that we have established that, let's talk about the points where that exchange happens, where the person gets the product and the money lands in your account is what we call sales. Sales. That's what you want. You have a product and you are going to make sales. I know it's business. All of us know this. And the way I'm saying it is making it look special. But listen, please listen to me. Because I see a lot of people who have not made sale, but they have rent shop, they have furnished the shop, they've painted, they've decorated, they've done signage, they've done tiling, they have not made sales. Say this, I just want to make sales. If you think the way I am teaching you to think in this class, you'll be able to run a business that is making millions, and you may not even need a shop. When do I know I need a shop? Every other thing you need has to be everything after sales. In other words, what do I need to get to the first sale? That's the focus. After the first sales, we can begin to think about everything we need to sustain, to continue making sales, and everything we need to make more sales. Okay, I'm sure that that point is clear. So let's start. I want you now, pick the first product. Take a product in your mind. Write it in your notepad. Pick the first product. Look at your list and say, which product am I going to sell first? If you have a service business, I'm saying that keep that one. That one is running. Okay, I already told you what to do. You can create products out of them. No problem. But for this class, I want you to remove that. I want you to think of this thing that will be going on and making money while you are doing all the other things you are doing. Okay? Pick one product. I want you to put that product in the chat box. What's that first product? Put it in the chat box. For me, that's cooked food. What's that for you? Shoes, furnitures. Thank you. Now, if that is the business you are doing now, I don't want you to use it. I want you to pick another product, so that you'll be able to go through the new thinking process. You get me? New thinking process. Now, Levi says electronics. Electronics is broad. What do you want to sell? Nobody buys electronics. Okay? What do you want to sell? You want to sell TVs? That's a product. Electronics is a product category. You want to sell what? Thank you. You want to sell laptop? Okay. Cooked food, laptop, birds, perfumes, premium perfumes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we have an idea. Let me tell you, there are 5 things. I've taught this before under our class on simple skills, right? 5 things that every business you are starting should satisfy. Number 1, it has to solve a good problem. Okay? It has to solve a good problem. Make sure you are not going to pick one new invention that one guy in your area is producing that we don't know what it does yet. Okay, we're talking about making today's money. We're not talking about vision. So let's say you pick laptop. Now, why that will work is because the use, the problem is solved. It's already clear. People already know what that is. So make money with that, so that you will not be there explaining what it is. Good. The problem is clear. The problem is clear doesn't mean it's clear to you. We're coming to that. Number 2 is startup cost. What did I say we want to do? We want to exchange products and collect money. Now, you have said it is laptop, right? Or you have said it is premium perfume. Question, where is the perfume? That's where many people think capital. No, 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 no. I can tell you where the perfume is. Do you know where they sell perfumes? Do you know somebody or where they sell premium perfume? I mean, some form of wholesale where you can buy and sell. I'm not talking about, but you can get the product. You have access to the product. That's the question I'm asking. Okay, said yes. Good. So you can't make a list. When you're making your list and you say, okay, I want to sell this product, somewhere in your mind, you must be asking yourself, where is the product? Where is it? I want to sell food. I know places where they sell food. That's the food I want to sell. I don't plan to cook. I want to sell the product. That's a product right there. That woman cooks good owo soup. I want to sell it. That other one cooks good. There's a lady I know that cooks, does excellent parfait. I want to sell it. I want to sell food. All right. So once you have picked the product, make sure the startup cost. Now, the startup cost is not apartment, it's not shop, it's not rug, it's not shares. Forget about all those things. I've told you about those things. I'm talking about what will it cost me to get the product? What will it cost me to find buyers and all of that? See, can you assess the product? That's the question. Do you know where the product is? Somebody who is selling it. Stop there. We'll come back to that. Let's talk about problem. Every product, because now you have a product, okay? The next thing is to sell the product. How do we sell the product? We need buyers. In fact, that's the big thing about business, right? And let me tell you, it's very easy. You need buyers. Okay. The first thing you need to do is this. You need to understand the problem that the product solves. How do I do that? Simple. How many of you are conversant with ChatGPT? Put it in the column, in the chat. You know about ChatGPT. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, I said you want to start the business, you have the product, right? Step 1, you need to understand the problem this product solves. Thank you. Thank you. All right, good. So, this is how to work with ChatGPT, all right? Think of ChatGPT as your personal assistant. Imagine that you're starting your business and that you have the money to employ a staff. Awesome, awesome, I use it. You have the money to employ a staff, and that this staff is a graduate of Harvard, a graduate of Stanford, all of the best business, is an expert in your product, is an expert in your market, an expert, okay? And then he happens to be your personal assistant. Good. Now you have a PA. Thank God for 2024, right? This is how you work with your personal assistant. Tomorrow, you're going to have lawyers sitting in your team. You're going to have tax experts sitting in your team. As a business person, right? You're going to grow. The same way you work with them is the same way you work with ChatGPT today. So ChatGPT is your practice. It's your rehearsal. So you must know that no matter the expert you employ tomorrow, they are not wiser than you, because they don't know what you are trying to achieve. What they have is a lot of information. What you have is direction. So don't expect ChatGPT to know if it's correct. Whatever it gives to you, you are the one that will know if it's correct. And how would you know? Because you know what you're trying to achieve. What you don't have is the information it has. So you need to learn to give it the task and then let it give you information. Thank you. Now, how do you communicate with an expert? You start by telling them what they don't know. You say, okay, I want to start a business, a quick business. I'm going to be selling, let me take a product here. Let's say I'm going to be selling premium perfumes. I want you to give me a list of the problems that this product solves. You know, I wish I could just do that and use the result for the class right now, but maybe in the one-on-one we would try it. So what that we do is, I said, number one, you need to understand the problem that your product solves. This product you have picked, it means every time you pick a product, you must understand the problem it solves. And it's very easy now. You can always work with your PA. So if you say, I want to sell premium perfume, give me the list of problems, you can say something like identity, all right? People wear premium perfume to communicate their status. So please do something for me. Put it in the chat box. What's the first question you need to find out about? I think number one is what? Find out about the problem your product solves. And I've told you how to find out. So I'm not going to be repeating that throughout the class. All right? Secondly, who are the people that experience those problems? Never assume you know. You'll be surprised at the information you don't have. This is why people pick products, but they can't sell it. Because you just carry a tab like this. So you assume now that you know it's a tab and you know how much you want to sell it. Remember, you are not your customer. This thing I just said, now write it down. I am not my customer. What I think does not matter. The thing that makes sales difficult is that people are selling to themselves and expecting other people to pay. Yes, you are not your customer. What you like, what you think, how you like it, the color you like, the way you prefer it, it does not matter. Some people go to create a graphic design and they begin to design it the way they like. No, when you finish designing it, you will pay yourself. You are not your customer. How should I design it? It depends on the people. So I said, if you can find the product which you already have, you can find the problem. Think of it like mathematical equation where you find X and you find Y. How do you find X? X is the problem. How do you find the problem? Give me a product and I can help you find the problem. Now, when you are dealing with vision, let's say you say, I want to eradicate poverty in Africa. That's a problem. If you give me the problem, I can find products, which means I can go from product. I can use product to find the problem. or I can use the problem to find the product. So it depends on which one you get first. But in this class, we are dealing with making profit in 2025, and I am encouraging you to sell products. And now you have made a list of products you know you can sell. And I'm saying, pick the one you would like to start with. Now you have a product. Using this product, find the problems for which reason this product exists. Okay. Now, if you do that right, you have the problem and you have the product. Two things. You're going to need one more thing. You need the customer. The customer is not your neighbor. It's not the woman that is staying downstairs. Leave those people alone. Your customer are the people that have this problem. So, this is the kind of question you should ask your PA. You say, give me a breakdown, a description of the category of people that experience this problem. It will give you. That information is giving you, so you need it to. Those are the people you are looking for. So let me take a product here. Because perfume is a little bit technical, let me look for a product that is, let's take laptop. Let's take laptop. Now, I want to sell a laptop. Let's say I want to sell an HP 500 gig, 4 gig RAM, Core i3. Now, don't worry if you are not technical. That just means it's a normal laptop. This laptop that is this specification is for students. It's for office work. It's not for serious work, at least in 2024. Right? This product solves a problem for a kind of people. There's one more question you need to ask your PA. So that session is called brainstorming, right? Brainstorming with your PA. This is a very critical question. You want to ask, what is the impact of this problem on my customers? There's a difference between the problem and the impact of the problem. There's a difference, okay? Now, what's the problem? Let's say in Warri, they're constructing roads. So definitely mobility, there's a difficulty in mobility. That's the problem. That's not the impact of the problem. The impact of the problem would depend on who. You say, okay, the impact of the problem on people living on Airport Road on the right. Well, that's where they dug gutters. I don't know if they have closed them. Those people cannot access their offices. That's not the problem. That's the impact of the problem on them. So those are the two things you want to know. Few things. Number one, you already have a product. So every time you pick a new product, you have to do this work so that you will know how to do the next step. Number one, pick the product, discover, find out, brainstorm the problem, brainstorm the target market, which is the customers, the people who have that problem, and brainstorm the impact of the problem on them. A few things you're going to pay attention to while you are doing that is that as you are having this board meeting with your PA is going to be using certain words that you need to pay attention to because you are going to use them in marketing. I want to say something. Pay attention to this. Don't sell the product. Sell an offer. Listen to me. Don't sell the product. Sell an offer. Can somebody put it in the chat box for me? Don't sell the product. Sell an offer. An offer of the product. What do I mean by that? If you understand the problem, thank you. If you understand the problem, and now that you know who your customers are, you have a triangle. Problem, customers, and products. Problem, customer, products. Now you look at your product and you ask yourself a question. Does my product sufficiently solve the problem for my customers? So you're going to have to create an offer. There are three things you consider to create an offer, because it is that offer you will sell. And you can create many offers out of one product. Are you with me? This is important. I'm just grateful that it's being recorded. Now, number one, quality. What is the quality of the product? Number two, what is the price of the product? Number three, what is the convenience of the product? So let's say I have perfume. I want to sell premium perfume. These three things I mentioned: convenience, price, quality. Somebody put it in the chat for me. Convenience, price, quality. You cannot offer three of them. No business can offer the three. We call it the unattainable triangle. If you have quality, like Jeremy, who says he wants to sell premium perfume. If you have high quality, which is premium perfume, your offer is already strong. The perfume is premium. And if you tell ChatGPT, it will tell you that it's not everybody that will buy it. It will show you the kind of category of people that will buy it. So you know your customer. Thank you. Unattainable triangle. Once you have quality high, look at the other two and say, which other one can I get to be high? Let's take convenience. So, for example, you can say, don't worry, it's fine. You can say, I want to sell premium perfumes delivered to your doorstep. You see it now? Quality is high, convenience is high. Now, your price can be high. Are you with me? Or you can say, I want to sell premium perfumes at very cheap prices. You see, premium is high, price is low. Those are two good offers. Then you can say, order now and get it in 2 weeks. Convenience is low. Don't try to achieve the 3. I know there will always be people who think, I'm going to achieve it. Don't kill yourself. We are here to make sales. We're not here to achieve triangle. Don't get distracted by anything. Your eye is on one thing: exchange of product for money, period. Now, so your offer and my offer may not be the same. If you want to offer high quality perfumes, premium perfumes, you have to make sure you have access to, you know where to get, and you know what premium perfume is. You can't just carry every nonsense and call it premium. Number one. Then, if you want to offer it at a low price, it means you want to find a way to buy from source. You're going to buy from, you can't just buy from anywhere. You want to offer perfume at a low price. If that's the business you have decided to do, then once you have number one and number two, the third one, you need to do it as best as you can. So in other words, offer the best, be the best in two of them, two of these factors, and be competitive at the third. Please, convenience, price, and quality. Thank you. I want you to put it in the chat box for me that, see, I understand what you are saying. Keep going. I want to hear from people like Ifeoma. I want to hear from Loretta. I want to hear from, who else am I not hearing from? I want to hear from Shooks. All right. So you can't just pick a product and sell it. And I ask you what the problem you are trying to solve, and you can't tell me. And I ask you, who are you trying to sell to? You can't tell me. Then you not say business is hard. No, these are the things you will do before you open your mouth to talk to another human being. So 7 things, 7 points, things you must do before you start selling. 7 things you must do before you start selling. Because at this point, you have an offer, all right? But you are not ready to sell yet. You have an offer, but you're not ready to sell yet. You need to cover 7 things. Number 1, you need to make a list of the problems, benefits, features, advantages that your business is solving. Awesome, awesome. That's fine. All right. Are you with me? I said 7 things you do before you start selling. The first one, I said make a list of all the benefits that your product offers. Let's say it's a laptop. You write it, 500 gig hard drive, 4 gig RAM, sleek design, portable size, cheap price, durability, warranty. Don't go and make a list of what you don't have in your offer. Trust me, the truth works. Let me give you an example. Let's say I want to sell fake jewelries. All right? Jewelries that look like the original, high quality fake. You know, high quality fake jewelries. Good. Good. If that's what you want to sell, understand your offer that my quality is low, my price will be low, my convenience has to be high. You cannot combine low quality with low convenience and just have low price. And by the way, this thing I want to explain now, please try and get it. And I'm using the illustration of what? Fake jewelries, right? You see these three things I mentioned: quality, price, and convenience. It's the same way we have three categories of the market. We have the low market, the bottom market. We have the mid-income market and the high-income market, all right? The low-income market, the middle-income market, and the high-income market. Price is very important to the low-income market. Convenience is very important to the mid-income market. Quality is very important to the high-income market. Now, if you're going to sell fake jewelries, all right, good lookalikes, don't go and call it fake, because those jewelries, if they look really like the original, then they are high quality fakes for the bottom market. All right? It means that the quality is not really low for the market. Maybe it's the high income market that we say that is fake. You know the way people go to select Bobo shoes and they pick something and they say, this shoe quality is high, and it is Bobo. How can Bobo be high? It is the very fact that it is Bobo means it's low quality. No, what they are saying it is a high quality for the low market. So if that's what I was selling, I will not say I sell. In fact, don't ever say that. Let me tell you. Okay, we'll get to that, right? So let's go so that we can finish on time. We have a few minutes, finish on time. And then in the course of the one-on-one session, we'll be able to apply some of these things properly. So I said, number one, make a list of the benefits, all the problems that the product is solving, all the advantages of the product, whether the quality is high, the convenience is high. Make a list of those things. You're going to need them. Number two, you're going to need to decide marketing. Marketing means, what am I going to say? How am I going to say it? Again, work with your PA. You can say, I want to sell high grade fake jewelries, or let's say premium perfumes. Give me the right words to describe premium perfumes. So by this time now, you see that you will have the words, because you know the customer. You will not be telling that in a customer. You say, to market women who busy mothers, because that's your, if that is your customers. Now you will not just say customers. At this time, you will be using professional businessman language to talk to your PA. You're going to be calling your customer by name to your PA. So marketing, you need to figure out what you will say, how you will say it, because you're not talking to yourself. You are not your customer. Amen. Number three, marketers. I said number two is marketing. I said number three is marketers. Question: who are the people that can help me sell this thing? If I find somebody that can help me sell it, how much am I willing to pay them to help me sell it? So, in other words, let me give you an example. Say you are selling, you're going to have an event, and so you have created a product, tickets, right? You know the ticket is a product that you can sell. Let's say the cost of providing everything you need to provide to them for the event is 50,000 naira. Before you go and sell is when you will be asking yourself, if I go to, let's say you're selling events for a party. It means you want to go to somewhere like ShopRite and invite young people for this event. Before you go and talk to people, these 7 things I say you must do them before you start talking, right? You know that your cost is 50,000 naira. The question you ask yourself is, how much am I willing to pay marketers? So you say, I'm going to give marketers 5,000 naira so that they will run mad. Or you say 2,000 naira because you are considering how much you will sell the ticket to. All this calculation, you will do it before you go and open your mouth. So how much? So let's say the cost price is 50,000 naira. Let's say you are willing to offer people 2,000 naira. That's 52,000 naira. So you're saying that for every ticket you sell, I'll give you 2,000 naira. You should have thought of that markup, because apart from selling your product, one other thing you must think about is how to recruit sellers, recruit marketers. If you come across people that have access to the kind of people you want to have access to, you can give them that opportunity. You can make them an offer even on the spot, because you already planned for that. Remember, the goal is to sell. So that's the reason why you see somebody who is selling something very good, but they can't make an offer like that because they just went to sell. So I'll go on. Marketers. Then you now come to price. This is where you will count your money, because the business must be profitable. We came to exchange goods for products that will make profits. So in other words, how much can I sell this? Meanwhile, you already know what your offer is. If your offer is low price, you need to count and calculate how you will achieve it. But in your margin, you must make room for marketers, while considering how much your customers will be willing to pay. Then you need to think about payment. How are you going to collect the money? Part of this is, are you going to be selling this thing online? If you're going to be selling it online, how will they make payments? Sales is about trust. Sales is about trust. People buy because they trust. Therefore, how do I communicate trust? If you have a registered business, you can communicate trust. If you use something like seller, they will not see your account. You just say, take the link. It will communicate trust. But seller may not communicate convenience. Some people find going to seller as inconveniencing, which means you may use something like seller and your convenience will drop. So where your quality is high and you have planned, you want your offer, your convenience has to be high, it means you should give your customers multiple options for payment. Maybe you say, you can do a transfer to this account or just click this link. So that way you maintain high convenience for the customer because they have options. All right. So we can discuss different options when we are dealing with particular business. Okay, this is just the general idea. Then, very important, you need to make plans for after sale. What are the things you are going to do after a customer has paid? It depends on the business. Some business, the customer will finish paying before you will deliver. Some business, the customer pays, like perfume. The customer pays you, you give the customer the perfume, and that's all. No. What are your after sales services? Example can be, how do we come back to check on the customer to find out how they are doing? How am I going to do that? What else can I do that will be like a surprise that the customer will get that they did not expect? In other words, when all these things we're talking about, we have not started talking to anybody. That's why I said you must do this before you open your mouth. So, for example, you can decide that every time a customer buys this, we're going to add one of these. This thing you want to add, so you're not going to tell them, but it's already calculated in your price. So that when you add it, you say, oh, we're so happy with your business, we thought to just add it. Thank you for your patronage. That's good. So you're going to think. Thinking is the most important work you do to make money. It's not even the building and all those things. It's the thinking. It's to have questions and answers. Questions and answers. What is the problem? Write the answer. Who are the customers? Write the answer. What is the impact of this problem to the customer? Write the answer. What is the product? Laptop. What is my offer? My offer is high quality laptops, laptops that meet the specific needs. So you're going to draft it, okay? It's not going to be the same for everybody. That's why we have the workshop. All right. Then I'm going to market it. How much margin can I offer to marketers? What's going to be my after sales service? These are just questions and answers. You can come up with a template. Or maybe I can develop something like that, maybe later. Come up with a template, something that you can now use every time you pick up a new product. And let me say something here. This perfume you are selling, when you go to ChatGPT, your PA, and you troubleshoot your customers, it's going to give you several categories. What you do from there is to pick the product, pick one category, and start working. So you don't create an offer for everybody. You pick the product, pick one category of customers, create an offer for them. Then you can pick the same product, pick another category of customers, create another offer. That's another product line. So let me round up so that we start dealing with one or two before we round up tonight. We still have some time. So the last thing after sales is what? Profitability. Apart from setting your price, you have to put for yourself a good markup, a good margin. All right? So that margin, inside it will be marketing. In other words, in the places where you are the marketer, that will be more profit on that product. But if you have opportunity to access somebody who has access to the crowd, you can offer them that markup and still make profit. All of that is what you will consider before you start your marketing. So when you say my product is 65,000 naira, you know, you can be talking to somebody and say, okay, you know what I will do? Just because you are my first time customer, I'm going to give you at this price. And this thing you are doing now, so you finish thinking about it before you are talking. Many times, people can't talk because they did not think. When the opportunity comes, they can't talk. All right. So that ends the first part of profit to sales, right? And that all of that is the thinking job. That's the thinking work. It's question and answers, question and answers, question and answers. All right. Then we'll come to the place where money is generated. And that's talking, 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 talking. You are not going to make money if you don't talk. Whether that talk is a graphics, you are talking, it's a picture, you are talking, a text, you are talking, a write-up, which you will call a copy, right? Or it's a video, even the design of your product, if you are producing a product, all of that is talking. Which color should I use for my design? It depends on the buyer. If you have done the thinking work, you can go back to ChatGPT and say your PA and say, what colors is most appealing to market women? And it will tell, so you will not pick the design you like. Okay. Don't, this is important, so it's time to talk, right? Don't talk to customers about your product. I know you have not heard that one before. Not be the product we want to sell. Don't talk to customers about your product. Don't talk to customers about your offer. You will talk to them about it. That's not the first thing. Talk to customers about the impact of the problem on them. Don't talk to them about the problem. Oh. Talk to them about the impact of the problem. So let me give you an example. I want to sell food and I want to talk to customers. I will not say, this owo soup is very sweet. If you taste it, you are going to like it. No. Depending on my product, my offer, and my understanding of the problem I am solving, I will say something like, sometimes I get tired of just thinking about what to eat in the afternoon. Sometimes the thing I want to eat is very far from where I am, but that's the thing I like to eat. You see what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the problem that the customer knows very well, especially if I'm talking to the right person. See, these things I'm sharing with you, they are simple, but they are methodical. If you follow it, you must make sale. You know, yesterday, let me leave that. Okay, going forward. So I said, don't talk to your customer about your product. They don't know if they care about your product yet. Talk to them that you understand. What you're trying to say is, I know what you need. I understand what you're going through. Then you say, this product, and then you talk about how this product solves the problem you already introduced. Now, follow a principle, the principle of singularity, the principle of one. I learned this thing, my pastor said it a long time ago. He said every message communicates one thought. One thought. I told you, among the 7 things I said you need to have before you start talking, the first one I said you should make a list of the problem and the benefits. When you are ready to start talking, you pick one. Let's say this product has good, the laptop comes with 1 terabyte. This is what you want to, you are writing a particular ad, a message now. The message is, a laptop with, now you have enough space to save your files. And you put the laptop. This message is selling this particular value. Under it, you can put 4 gig RAM, 3 gig, whatever. But you know that this particular advert is to target customers who are looking for more space. Now, among all the benefits that your product offers, there is the benefit that concerns people more. For example, if I want to buy a laptop, I don't care whether it's fine. No, it should be good looking, no, but I'm not interested whether it is blue or whether it is pink. Those are not my interests. The first thing I am interested in is the processor speed. So if I saw an ad that says, you can get this laptop for storage, very big storage, I'm not interested. I know what to do about storage. So I am not the customer for that particular marketing. So you pick a product, you pick a particular benefit of the product, you pick a particular category of your customers that this benefit appeals to, and you target them with your ad. Your ad will be like a missile that is targeting a particular, it will sift through all the noise on the internet, it will find those that concern you. I'm telling you, it works like magic. The reason why, for some people, they stumble into it, they don't really know what happened, they just know the ad is working, is because the ad is working by mistake. So they don't know how to increase it, they don't know what they did, they can't transfer the success to another product. I'm telling you that it's because they did the thinking work before they started doing the talking work. So when they are talking, if they run into you on the road, they're not going to start talking. So let's talk about that, for example. Let's say that the kind of product you want to sell, internet is not the best place to sell it. Let's assume you're going to have to go to the mall, or you're going to have to go to fast food to find the kind of people that you want to sell it to. Fine. Once you have seen somebody, don't assume they are the person. You know that they look like the person because of the features you are looking out for. You're going to have to start with questions. The questions are going to help you know if this is which kind of my customer. Then you will quickly switch into that kind of talking. In other words, if you're selling something and the thing is cheap and the thing is high quality, you can talk. If you meet somebody in the conversation, you will know if the high quality will be more important to this person than the cheap. And so let's say you say, this quality is very good, and the person says, "What you concern me with the quality?" Drop that conversation quickly and say, "And do you know that apart from the quality, as good as quality, the price is even very low?" You surprise the person will say, "Hey, really? How much?" And hey, now you are talking to the customer. Because some people will see the customer and they start talking about what they like. You see what I like about this tab, okay? I don't know you. How does it concern me what you like? I'm giving you these things in a very orderly way so you can pick any product and start working. Now, this is the reason why you need to join the Premium Club. Because execution is not a one-day thing. That's the work we do in the Premium Club, is that twice a week we have Zoom sessions and it's focused on one-on-one. It's how is it going? I have come up with the product, but I don't know how to, let's see it. That's the work that you cannot just do on with general club members. You can't do it on what they call it, on YouTube. You have to use a platform like this and you have to make time. That's why we have those kind of sessions twice every week, because the focus there is execution. The focus is implementation. So I encourage you to join the Premium Club, okay? Please do. Because what I've done now is to add a 1 hour of Premium Club session to this class so that we can do some of that work as well before you go. But it's not going to be enough, because 2 days later, you're going to have 1 or 2 questions. You want us to be able to sit down and do that work again. Join the Premium Club, okay? Now, so I said focus on your customer, focus on their problem, and then present the product you are selling as how you can help. Hello, when you start you must call them by name. Hello, mother. Hello, parents. For me, you will see hello, Jesus lovers, because I don't want anybody that is doing Ogoni to come, right? So once you see hello, Jesus lovers, some people will just pass. Call your market by name. Hello, big boys. Exclusive guys. Look for, tell ChatGPT to give you flattery terms for your market. Mommy Precious. Let me look at some of the products here. You know, talk to your PA, leave me alone. Talk to your PA. Come up with something good. And that's how you start. If you're doing a video, you say, market women, gather around. If it's market women, that is your market. Right? Now, let's assume we want to talk to, we'll leave that for the other class. Let me finish this. Good. So, that's marketing. Now, I told you to create offer, right? How do you create the offer? You create the offer for the customer, right? You look at the problem, you look at your product, and then you say, does this product solve this customer's problem? I think that people will buy this product if they pay on delivery, because that becomes part of the problem, right? Or people will buy this product if there's a warranty, or people are looking for high quality products. So you make sure that your product is high quality. After you have done all of that, that's not the only offer you need to create. You need to create offer for your marketers. If I come across a marketer, what will I give them? You can't meet, oh God. Let's say you are selling premium shoes. You can't meet your marketer and say these shoes are very, they don't care about these shoes, okay? You meet your marketer and say, do you know that for every one pair of this shoe you sell, you make this amount? Now that's how you talk to a marketer. When you have said that, you say, really, then you now say something like, and the shoes are good quality, the prices are cheap. That is the normal thing you say to customers before. Why you are telling them is so that they will have what to say to their customers. But you must market the marketer first. Then you must also create offers for your staff. So don't think of marketers as, let's say you have salespeople in the shop. You can also, part of creating your offer, create offers for your staff. Another category, investors. If you are going to look for someone, let's say you need some money to start the business, and you have a few people you know can give you the money, you still need to do this work of sitting down to create an offer for your investors. Because you're not going to go there and tell them the shoe is very strong. Oh, that's the wrong communication. When it just means say you know sabi talk. All right, so let's leave that. When we have those issues, we'll deal with it, right? Now let's talk about selling. So you have put the message out there, you write a post, you do a blog, you do anything you did, you are talking, right? You're doing a video, you are sending it out. There's something that's not a part of this class, but it's important. Let me just mention it briefly. It's branding, okay? You need to find a way for your customers to remember you. When you start talking to a customer, if you talk to the customer the first time and they say no, it's not because they don't want to buy. It's because you still need to talk. In fact, you must talk to your customer at least 7 times before you can say they will not buy. That's why you see that thing I said you to write when I said the 7 things you do before you start talking. You must write at least 7 benefits, at least 7 benefits of this product. Because you must create 7 different types of ads for this one product. Maybe today you say, the RAM is very good. Tomorrow you write another post, you say the hard drive is SSD. Next tomorrow you say the processing speed is clocking 2.8 gigahertz. But you need to be able to talk to the same customer. What that means is, if somebody saw me today on their Facebook feed and they saw it, the selling laptop, they left it. 1, if tomorrow they come to me, I'll be saying another thing about that same thing, but they must remember me. How do I ensure I am remembered? Number one is an interesting brand name. And all of this is why we talked about trust. An interesting brand name. Something easy to remember. So all of you that are going to write Ogugoko business, your name is not important to the business. You know, I see some things that are very interesting. Like, what are we going to do with your name? All right. So I think that when you are creating it and you are asking, okay, I'm thinking about this name, I will say, okay, this will work. That will help. Because generally speaking, just make sure it's attractive. The goal of marketing is attraction. And not just attraction, remembering. All right? They have to remember you. They have to see you the second time I know they saw you before. So you need to find a way to be attractive or to be memorable. All right. So I said 7 times, at least 7 times. At least 7 times. If you are in the Jesus Lovers Club, how many times did I talk about this masterclass? Do you know that the amount of sale that was made, you see now I use business term, the people who gave money, whatever amount they gave to be here, all of you are looking at me, you all did, whether as premium club members or one person or the other. Think how many times you heard about it. And were interested, which means truly you are my target market. Yet I knew it was a communication problem. I know I was talking, but I don't think they had heard me. And truly, when I spoke with some of them one-on-one, I heard people say, I can't afford this. It's 11,000 naira. I said, what? It means all those time I was talking, there was one mistake I was making. I left 11,000 naira on the flyer. That place where I had 11,000, I should have just changed it to pay anything you like, and you will get more results. So something was wrong with my talking, even though I was writing it in the text. Nobody was reading it. So let me tell you this about the business you are starting. When you say, I want to start selling this product, starting any product like that is like drilling oil, okay, or like setting up a borehole. After you have done the digging, the setting up, the thinking, the post, the everything, you post ad, the thing you are looking for is the first sale. The first sale. You are racing towards the first sale. The moment somebody sees it and interacts with you, and you talk to the person, and you must remember what you said to the person, because that's what will either work or did not work, so that you can go and change it. When you finish talking to the person and the person paid, it means that there is water here. It is flowing. You have been able to ascertain that. What you need to do now is increase the pressure. What do I need to do more? That's why some businesses will ask you, how did you hear about us? They want to know, is it our Facebook that is working? Is it the Instagram that is working? What did we put on Instagram that is working? All right. Let's wrap up this session and get into the one-on-one, right? So we talk about selling, and I said a minimum of 7 times. All right? At that stage where the first sale has not come in, don't be thinking the business is not working. No, you are getting the business to work. Once the first sale drop, is evidence that there is money here. In fact, celebrate that first sale, dance. Say, I have hit a jackpot. I have found a piece of land where there is oil. Now you can bring in the bulldozers. You know, now you can establish it. It's not even yet time to rent shop. Then you will now get to the point where payment becomes consistent. At least 1 or 2 payments a day. You know that this particular ad is working. If I put 100,000 into it, I will not regret it. You must remember what is working. Don't do try and error. Don't be the person that just doing, hey, just no. Business is a science. All right. So please, a few things about selling. Make payment easy. Always think, how do I make payment easy? Then build a brand name to gather trust, to accumulate trust. Because A brand name will help them remember. Not a name you like. Don't just take your first name and your last name and combine it and say, Shibogo Shoes. That's not enough. That's not enough. So, build a brand. Set up a payment system that improves trust. All right. In the beginning, you cannot register a company and don't go and do all those things before you make sale. No. But in the beginning, your name is the brand. Let me tell you, find a way to build a brand around yourself, because you are the only that you only copy of you. If people buy because of you, it means nobody can copy your business, because if you are not there, they don't want to buy, and they cannot duplicate you. There's no fake copy of you on earth. So it's important that you build a good name. The Bible says a good name is better than wealth, and that's a fact. A good name is better than wealth. We are starting a business, Darling Deals. No, check them now. Darling Deals. We sell food. We sell deals, actually. We sell deals. All right? So something that makes you smile when you say it. Build a brand that helps people remember, okay? Then maintain consistency to sustain trust. After you have now gotten trust, after you have improved the trust, you will not sustain it. Let me tell you, when you are picking this product, don't go and pick product that somebody will ask you tomorrow. You say the person where you get them from, not they do again. Think about consistency. Find a way to ensure you don't keep your customers waiting unnecessarily. Consistency. How will I continue to do it? Part of consistency, for example, you can say, we sell once every week. Not because you can't say we sell every day. But don't forget this, the way you introduce yourself to the market is the way the market will remember you. But after you have introduced yourself, be consistent. You can have a business that has market days and say every Monday is market day. After that Monday, everything you are talking about is till the next Monday. And somebody says, can I get this? And you say, no, it's in Monday. Anything I can do for you now is express. And then they will pay premium on any other days. But Mondays are the days you do your normal, you do for everybody. You have to create the offer that you are able to sustain. Okay. Quickly. I talked about your after sales, right? Make sure you have a celebration after customer has paid. A way to not make the customer feel like after I paid, I did not hear from them again. No. That's going to affect trust. I said it, there's more money to be made after the customer has paid than before the customer paid. Because if you do it right, you will convert that customer into a marketer. They will tell somebody else. There will be more money. So those who have paid are more important to you than those that have not paid. In this Jesus Lovers Club, my premium club members are special. We have events coming now. When they come for physical events, we will give them special seats. They are important to me. Your customers have to feel that way. All right. Then the last part is counting. You must count your business. Okay? You must count your business. If you took pairs of shoes, 5, write it somewhere. Don't count your business inside your head. That's irresponsibility. Because if it's inside your head, how do other people? The Bible says to write the vision, make it plain so that other people can run with you. Don't say, I know how much is my profit. I know how much is my markup. I know how much is my marketing offer. All these things we have said now. I said in your document, have questions and answers. How much is, how many percentage or how much are we giving to marketers? Write it there. How much is this? How much is this? Question and answers from top to the bottom. If anything changes, you can come back to this place and adjust it. I'm not going to deal with how to get into the counting of your business in this class, okay? Please, we're not going to deal with it in this class. But adjust and readjust your counting to accommodate actuality. When you are planning, you are going to plan that, oh, I'm going to get 50 shoes. I'm going to buy one shoe for this amount. All those ones in your head. That's forecast. That's your plan. As you begin to execute, things will change. Make sure you are adjusting your counting when things are changing. Because the goal is to make profit. This is profit-making masterclass. The goal is to make profit from the exchange of products in 2025. Then, two last very important things before we enter the workshop. Number one is fight. Fight for the first sale. The first sale is going to be the hardest sale. Why? Because at that time you are inexperienced. You have not mastered your customers. You never sabi talk. When you say something, the response, you wonder if they heard what you said. Then you will rephrase it. Then you will find something that works. Then you will adjust it and fine-tune it. Very soon you will not be rehearsing again. Once you open your mouth, it will flow. And every time you pick a new product, you will be an amateur. Every time you pick a new offer, you will need to practice that offer. Write out what you will say. Rehearse it. Stand before the mirror and say, good afternoon, sir. I noticed something outside. I wondered if you guys are having difficulty with this thing. Yeah, I noticed that it's not, you engage. I said, don't talk to them about your product. Don't come and say, good afternoon, sir. We sell quality. No. You talk about the problem and how it is affecting them and why you think what your product is a suitable solution. Nobody will not buy. That's the secret. I'm giving you many secrets today, but that's why we are here, right? So I said two last things. Number one is fight. You got to fight. See, you can't just run one ad, and that's why, please, your first ad, don't go and run it 10,000 naira. We're trying to make sale here, right? Your first ad, run it for 1 day or 2 days, 3,000 naira, and that's because the minimum you can run an ad for a day right now is about 1,600 thereabouts for a day. You can do a day. You are still testing it because this is a product you want to start selling. Do a day. But before you do that day, pick one product, one peculiar quality you think people are really looking for, the category of people that are looking for it. You can ask your PA, ChatGPT, and say, or any AI you use, and say, how do I set up my Facebook ad to target this category of people? It will tell you the age brackets to use. It will tell you some keywords to include in the interest box. Don't just assume you know it if they do. You don't, because you are not the customer. That's why you don't know what you are doing. When you see a business that is making sales, it's a business that has mastered their customer. They know their customer and they know what their customer problem is, and they know how to communicate the solution that their product has for that particular problem. So you must fight. Don't think that as you finish this class, you just go, you just answer some questions in 2 lines. Brainstorm. See, do the thinking work well, and the rest work will be easy. Just do 1 or 2 things, run one hard, no sales, and you just say, listen, there's money there. People are buying laptops every day. People are already buying these perfumes every day. You are just coming to collect your portion of that money. So that's why I didn't tell you to go and create a business. I told you this class is not for long-term vision. This class is for today money. People are already eating food. Tomorrow morning, now people will eat food. How many of them will pay me is my interest. Everybody that has a product is looking for somebody to help them sell it. Everybody that opens shop and has a product. So you don't even need to stock. You just need to know where the product is, know how much they are selling it, and then go look for the customer that is willing to buy it at the product and with the other offer. So, the product is 300K, fine. What if I bring it to your house? What if I teach you about the product you will need? All of those are now your service. So when we get to then the last thing is prayer. We are Jesus lovers. Let me tell you this. Let me be quick about this. When Jacob was going to bless, Isaac was going to bless Jacob, the first thing Isaac said, he said, God give you of the dew of heaven. What is the dew of heaven? The dew of heaven is wetness. It's not rain. It's not water, but it's wetness. It's kind of condensed water in the atmosphere that comes down from heaven in the early hours of the morning, in the last watch of the night. And it is responsible for productivity. Let me tell you what the dew of heaven is, heaven's support on human efforts. That is the reason why after this class, starting from tomorrow, we're going to resume our 4:30 a.m. prayer. Listen, you must be up early to receive heaven's support on your efforts. You must learn to call forth customers. You must learn to acknowledge the blessing of God upon your efforts. You must position. Let me tell you, the dew of heaven does not fall throughout the day. It falls at a particular time. In other words, heaven opens up to provide support to human effort at the early hours of the morning. The Bible says Jesus Christ will rise up a great while before day. That is the Lord Jesus, our Lord and Savior. And when he comes back from there, he knows what to do that day. So you can wake up in the morning and the Spirit of God can tell you, target these particular customers and sell them on this particular feature. And you put something together, you put it up, and you make sales that day. I'm telling you this thing. And once you have one product that has started selling, and you have your recycle is selling, you can begin to work on adding something else to it, and then as you go, you get to a point you want to give it an office, a place where people can come and look for you. How do you set up? You'll be providing it. You'll be providing the things the business is asking for. If the business does not need an office, no need for an office. If the business needs a dedicated phone number, that's the thing you need to invest in. So this thing that you see around our society, people will just put money, decorate, do. It's wrong. It's wrong. All right, our time is running out. That's the end of this session. Let's get into the one-on-one. Just a minute.